What is up, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome back for another search engine optimization tip video. In today's tip video, I'll be walking through best practices when writing H1s for SEO. So in a nutshell, a H1 tag or H1 header will often be the first header that's available on your website in the form of an HTML tag. And it's served as the title for a page or a post. The main difference between H1s and page titles are that H1s will serve as the visible page title for your post, whereas with page titles, or they're more commonly known as meta titles in the SEO world, are only served or displayed in the search results on search engines like Bing and Google. If you're looking to see what the H1 is on your website, you can find it in two different ways. The first is just simply going into your page source and hitting Control F and searching for H1 to see which titles are enclosed in that H1 HTML wrapper. You can also use other tools like Screaming Frog or SEO Minion, which is a Google Chrome extension, and it'll automatically tell you what page elements are available on the web page that you're browsing, whether you're looking for your page title, meta description, H1s. The biggest reason why H1 tags are so important for SEO is that Google will use them as part of its algorithm in determining which pages should rank for which queries. And for on-page optimization, page titles and H1s are the two most important elements in helping to improve your keyword rankings for your website. So you want to make sure that your H1s are optimized when crafting new pages and new articles. Otherwise, you're leaving some SEO on the table as far as potential keyword rankings. And as you're going through and writing your H1s, there are a couple of best practices that you should follow. The first is that you want to make sure that your H1 is keyword researched. So when you're crafting the content for your page, you want to make sure that you're targeting a primary keyword that has search volume and encompasses what your page is all about to match that user intent. There are a couple of different tools out there that you can use when performing primary keyword research, whether you want to use Key Search or Ubersuggest or SEMrush. I have another article on my website that walks through how to conduct keyword research for SEO, if you want to check that out. You also want to make sure that your H1 tag length is appropriate. So a good rule of thumb is to keep it under 65 characters or less. And if you want to add more information that might not fit within that 65 character limit, then you could consider adding a subhead underneath your H1 tag on the page. You also want to make sure that your H1 is relevant to your topic. So it should be used to describe what your web page is all about. And this is best for both Google and users to help your articles rank for appropriate searches. And tying in with that, you want to make sure that your H1 correctly answers user intent. So for example, if users are searching for mortgage rates, they're likely looking for current rates among different loan types. And they wouldn't be looking for, let's say, the history of mortgage rates or mortgage rates from 2 years ago. So just making sure that you're matching the user intent or answering that user intent. Two other quick tips. You want to make sure that you're keeping user experience in mind. And H1s are one of the most significant elements that influence user behavior on your website because they serve to ultimately enhance the user experience by giving that quick rundown of what the page is all about. But not only going beyond serving that user intent, but even looking at how your H1s are formatted and placed on your website through the lens of a user is important. And you also want to make sure that your H1s are unique on every single web page. And when I say unique, what I really mean is to make sure that every page on your website has a different H1 tag. And the reason for this is that Google hates duplicated content on web pages because it can be hard for them to determine, out of several of your web pages that have same content, which one should be ranking in its search engine results pages for a given query. And if Google can't determine which page best serves that query, it may choose not to display any of those pages, which is bad for your website. So making sure that every page has a unique H1 is best practice for your website as a whole, not even just for your individual web pages. So that's just a quick rundown of some best practices that you should keep in mind as you are writing H1s on your web pages and your articles for SEO. Hopefully you found this tip video to be helpful. If you did, be sure to drop a like, subscribe to the channel, and I will see you all for the next search engine optimization tip video.